Yo, what's good, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about boxing. Make sure you click the subscribe button, thumbs up the video, leave a comment, and feel free to click one of the donation links in the box. So I'm going to make a fight prediction on Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G2. The fight's going to be on September 15th, which is this Saturday. And it's going to be a really good fight, but interesting thing about it is, like, there's not really a lot of people talking about this fight. And it just goes to show how, Al Heyman and Eddie Hearn is probably the best promoters in boxing right now, because it seems like every time we get fighters that sign the Golden Boy or any other promotion company, you don't really hear too much about these fights. And these are two great fighters. I mean, Canelo Alvarez is, in my opinion, like a top 3 boxer overall right now. Triple G is a good boxer too, but the reason why I don't give Triple G too much credit is because, me personally, I don't think Triple G has really fought any competition on his level. You understand what I'm saying? I think Canelo Alvarez, he's proven himself as an elite boxer. And I'm not taking away anything from Triple G. Obviously he has great punching power. But one thing I noticed in the first fight with Triple G and Canelo Alvarez is Triple G didn't hurt Canelo Alvarez one time. I saw a lot of power punches by Canelo Alvarez. And even though Triple G didn't fall on the ground, like, it was big punches. If anybody else would have got hit like that from Canelo Alvarez, they would have hit the floor without a doubt. So, I'm going to give Triple G his credit. He has a strong chin. You know what I'm saying? He does not have a weak chin like Amir Khan. I got to give him his credit. But, what I noticed in that first fight is Triple G doesn't really look as good as people says he does when he fights people that's on his level. Canelo Alvarez's defense was phenomenal in that first fight. I personally feel like he didn't get enough credit for his defense. He landed the better punches. He landed the cleaner punches. Canelo landed the bigger power punches. And Triple G, I think Triple G started doing his thing like towards the end of the fight. Like towards the end of the fight, I think Canelo Alvarez kind of got gassed out, got a little bit tired. And I think Triple G took advantage of that by, staying in front of him and throwing punches. And, I could see why a lot of people think that Triple G won that fight. But if you ask me, I think Canelo Alvarez won that fight by about 3 rounds. Now, let's get into my prediction. So who do I think is going to win this fight? Triple G or Canelo? And I'm going to have to go with my man Canelo Alvarez. I know a lot of people are upset that, he failed a drug test. He says he was eating chicken chicken in Mexico that obviously had some type of, GMO steroid in that bitch. I don't know. But, besides that, man, I'm picking Canelo to win. And I think he's going to win by decision. One thing I learned about that first fight is I think the reason why Canelo Alvarez didn't secure the win the first time is because I think Canelo Alvarez was worried about Triple G's power. Because like I said, before we saw Triple G fight Daniel Jacobs and Canelo, everybody was saying that he has this amazing power. He was knocking everybody out. But once again, if you actually look at these people that he was fighting, he wasn't really fighting anybody on his level. It's just like Danny Garcia, right? Danny Garcia was beating everybody before he started, fighting people on his level. And I'm not trying to discredit Danny Garcia. Obviously, he beat Paulie Malignaggi. Obviously, he beat Amir Khan. Obviously, he beat Lucas Matisse. And at the time, Lucas Matisse was a beast. So I give Danny Garcia his credit. But once he started fighting people that was on his level, like Keith Thurman, he lost. Then he fought Sean Porter and he lost. So it's the same thing with Triple G. I believe Canelo Alvarez is gonna have the bigger confidence in this fight because he was able to hit the bigger punches in the first fight, and he was able to show his defensive skills in the first fight. Like, Canelo was actually looking like Floyd Mayweather in that first fight, dodging a bunch of punches. He actually made Triple G look old, if we're gonna be honest. Like, he made Triple G look a little slow. He made Triple G not look as special as everybody says he is. And once again, we didn't see Triple G hit Canelo with any shots to the point where it looked like Canelo was gonna hit the floor. So now that Canelo Alvarez knows what Triple G's punching power feels like, and not only that, you know, Triple G has been talking a lot of shit leading up to this fight. You know, he said things like he's lost respect for Canelo. He said Canelo is a cheater. He said Canelo was running away from him in the first fight. I think Canelo Alvarez is going into this fight furious. I think when Canelo Alvarez gets in that ring, I think this nigga's gonna go Super Saiyan 3 and goddamn throw a Kamehameha at Triple G ass. And I'm being dead ass serious. Like, if you guys actually go and watch Canelo's training videos, the guy looks super fast. You know what I mean? He's in shape. Body looks good. No homo. He looks in shape. And I just think he's going into this fight to fix, you know, the tarnish on his legacy, because we all know once a boxer is you know, pretty much tested positive for, you know, drugs or steroids, whatever you want to call it, some of these boxers' legacies get tainted forever after that. So I think Canelo was going into this fight pissed off, angry, and I think that he has a lot to prove. I think he wants to prove that, you know, I can whoop this guy's ass without doping. And I wasn't doping the first time, and I was just in Mexico eating some genetically modified chicken, and my shit showed up positive. You feel me? So I'm picking Canelo Alvarez to win by decision. I don't see Canelo Alvarez knocking Triple G out because, like I said, one thing I gotta give Triple G credit about is Triple G got a chin. He got a really good chin. Like, he got hit really hard in that first fight, and it didn't even look like it bothered him. So I gotta give the man his credit when it's due. Another factor into me picking Canelo Alvarez to win is Canelo Alvarez is a lot younger, a lot more athletic, and I think he's a more skillful fighter. Triple G is older. Triple G, I think, is about, 35, 36. I don't think it's much that Triple G can really improve at this point in his career. You know what I mean? Once you hit the mid-30s, it's not really much that you can really improve except for, I guess, your defense. And I'm going to be honest, man, the only way I see Triple G winning this fight is if he's able to knock Canelo down. I'm not saying he has to knock him out, but if he can knock Canelo down just one time, I think he can win the fight. But if he can't do that like he didn't do in the first fight, I'm picking Canelo to win by decision. I think Canelo is the better overall boxer, more skillful, way better defense. Triple G got hit way too much in that first fight. And I think Canelo got this, man. I really want y'all to leave comments because this is going to be a really good fight. Once again, I think this fight isn't being talked about how it should because the first fight was really, really, really good. It was an amazing fight. And I know people were pissed off about that draw decision, but I understand it. I think Canelo won that fight by like 2 rounds. A lot of people believe Triple G won the fight because a lot of people were saying that Canelo... Oh, that's another thing I'm going to talk about. One more thing before I end this video. I hope Canelo doesn't gas out in this second fight because that's one thing I noticed in the first fight. I wanted to say after round 6 and 7, Canelo Alvarez looked like he was gassed. He looked really tired. He was moving around a lot. He was kind of running. And I think that's going to play a huge factor as well. If Canelo Alvarez goes into the fight the same way he did last time and he gasses out around the 7th round, that's not going to be good, because I think Triple G is going to put his foot on the gas and try and get him out of there. So hopefully Canelo worked on his stamina. If he can come into this second fight with his stamina better than it was in the first fight, he should be fine. Like, there's no doubt in my mind he'll win the fight. So leave a comment. Make sure you click that subscribe button. I try to get back to everybody. And let me know what you guys think. Who do you got winning the fight, and explain why. And whether I disagree or agree with you, I'll get back to you. I'm out. Skirt.